My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to Slay the Spire. There has been a patch since last we spoke to the beta patch. In particular, this one and the other one. Okay, so there have been two patches. I would like to change my statement there. Okay, so two different gameplay changes. We've got the Incense Burner has been nerfed from 5 to 6 turns before it gives you intangibility. I don't know if that was necessary, but okay. And the Paper Crane has also been nerfed from 50% damage reduction to 40% damage reduction. That one was definitely necessary. Also, content. Ascension 16 to 20 are now being tested in the beta. And then some gameplay changes that basically just fix things for the higher levels of Ascension, removes the Snecko Mystic fight, as well as allows the Parasite Fungi Beast battle that was put in like 4, 5 patches ago to actually appear because it hadn't been appearing. All right, so I guess that means it's time to start the Ascension grind again. Let's go, Ironclad. Okay, so... oh god, I can't just hover over it anymore and it'll tell me, right? Damn. Okay. Wait, no, I can hover over it in game. Okay, cool. The Ascension modes are different difficult modifiers that are added into your game, and they stack on top of one another. From Ascension 1 being relatively unencumbering. I mean, it adds more elites into the game. In fact, that can be a positive if you're hunting elites. All the way up to Ascension 15 previously, which would severely harsh your game by making all events unfavorable. So they would cost more money, or they would give less money, or they would damage you more, or they would have a higher chance of giving you curses, those kinds of things. At Ascension Mode 16, we have all of them active, including the new Ascension Mode, Ascension Level 16, which is shops are now more costly. So, what we have currently active is... Elites spawn more often, normal enemies are deadlier, elites are deadlier, bosses are deadlier, heal less after boss battles, start each run damage, normal enemies are tougher, elites are tougher, bosses are tougher, start each run curse, fewer potion slots, upgraded cards appear less often, poor bosses, lower max HP, unfavorable events, and shops are more costly. So let's go. Probably don't want to trade my starting relic. The Ironclad starting relic is ridiculous in Ascension because it helps you heal up from the ridiculous amount of damage that your enemies deal and gives you more time to get ahead of the power curve. I think here I probably just go with upgraded card, and it's probably just going to be a standard defend. I would upgrade Bash, but oftentimes Bash is like your first cut in a really kind of conservative deck, I guess is what I would call it. Because I kind of want to play conservatively here. You play aggressive and your enemies will destroy you, and you just don't have the HP to stand up to it. You can, I guess, in some ways play aggressive. Any strategy can work, right? But you would need a lot of support for it. I'm probably going to want to go defensive here. Upgrading a single defend, not that bad. Cool. Especially because I'm going to keep those defense in the deck for a very long period of time. They're usually my first cuts, and now I'm going to be keeping them for a long period of time. Can tell you something right there. All right. I'm going to take, as well, quite a conservative path. We've got 2 early shops here, so if one of these events gives me enough gold, I can get a second removal there, get a elite here, or rather an elite, then go to a rest, and then I can decide whether or not later I want another shop and another elite, or a rest and a normal fight. I'm fine with that. Also, the more events that we go to, the more chance that we have to just remove things from our deck. Play the defend there. So this is the Ascender's Bane, by the way. It's a curse that you get as a result of Ascension level 10. It is put into your deck. It is unplayable ethereal, so it exhausts at the end of your turn whilst it's in your hand, but it cannot be removed at all. Enjoy. That used to just be a parasite, and you could remove it, obviously, because it was just a parasite, but no, just no removal anymore. Beautiful. The reason I did the bash last turn was so I could set up for a kill on that turn, by the way. Heavy Blade, Wild Strike, Warcry. I'm thinking about the Heavy Blade, and I'm thinking about how I would get strength gain into this deck. Obviously, it'd be something along the lines of like Limit Break, Flex, Vajragear, that kind of thing. Probably too early to pick that up. I probably want the enabling element first, because a lot of the enabling elements for a Heavy Blade you pick up independent of whether or not you have a Heavy Blade, like Flex. Oh, look, it's Vajra. Yay. That's a very cheap entrench. I don't have any way to translate my defense into damage yet, but that is a very cheap entrench. I'm going to take it. It's a speculative pickup right there. Find a relic, find a relic. Ooh! Karen's Ashes. Whenever you exhaust a card, deal 3 damage to all enemies. Alright, alright, alright. So we're now incentivized to go for a deck that has some exhaust in it. I'm not going to heal for the 18 HP here. Rather have the possibility of buying something that I want in this shop, and nope. One more and I could take that armament, and I likely would in this position, actually. Oh well. We're going to have a lot of difficulty against these elites. Yeah, because Entrench is a dead card right now. I was taking it speculatively, right? Which effectively means that I was just waiting for, after I take it, Body Slam to show up. I actually will defend with the defend here because it'll defend me. I mean, I'm vulnerable, so actually 3. It'll defend me for 5 this turn. I'm vulnerable next turn, so... Oh, hang on. Never mind. My vulnerability actually throws the math off as to whether or not it's correct to play that. Oh, 3 strikes. Wow. Lame. Extremely not good. I'm very unlikely to fight any more elites on this floor. Ice Cream! Energy is now conserved between turns. With a defensive deck, that's quite powerful. I had considered the Flex, but I don't think I'm taking it anymore. I think I'm taking the armaments. And here, I think I'm upgrading it. I think that's actually going to give me more survivability than resting there as well, by the way. Which is why I'm doing it. Sure. Armaments, defend, entrench. Still weakened, though. So it's going to take that many strikes. Cool. HP back. Body Slam. Incense Burner. Every 6 turns, gain 1 intangible. That's going to let us pass a turn quite safely. Gain up some energy with the ice cream there. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I forgot that that was going to exhaust at the end of the turn. Okay, I could have done 9 damage to the backline there. Oh, well. Got him. PR Potion. Iron Wave. Yes, I'm going to take it as a value pick because I'm well aware of the fact that you kind of need to take a couple more value picks than you otherwise might in this mode. I also want Body Slam and Entrench upgraded because outside of a hand with armaments, I still want to play those. Okay. Double defend, Body Slam the back line with a strike. That's enough to kill. And here, it's going to be like Iron Wave and Trench. Cool. Taking no damage now. I've taken no damage since I upgraded that armaments, right? I feel like I did that one correctly. Call it a hunch. 2, and then 1 to you. Even if it seemed incorrect at the time. Ancient Potion, no, not really. Probably not a second armaments. Nope. No clue. Don't want any of them. And we'll upgrade the Entrench. Boss on the first floor. Okay, we have a defensive deck, so we've actually got, like, a deck that is best suited to that enemy. Uh-oh. This is time for... Yeah, bludgeon. Alright, good. Thank you. Not happy about that. Single bash strike. That means the body slam and the Entrench is still left in the deck. Yup. Oh, perfect. Got him. Don't play enough attacks to use rage. Don't draw enough cards to use rage either. Second Iron Wave. Yeah. It's just another value pick for the deck. And I'll probably upgrade the bash here so that I can try and set up for having vulnerability for as long as possible on the Guardian on the first turn if I get it. Didn't get it, but that's fine. Okay. I love that the Incense Burner nerf has had a result of it turning up on the right turn here. Thank you, Incense Burner. Single Iron Wave first, then the strike, so I can get as much damage in under before the enemy gets their 20 block there. This one's not great, though. Yeah. Oh well, I get to save some energy for this turn. Which also is not great. Yikes. If I play Bash Body Slam, I take 6 more damage. I don't think I have enough HP to willingly take damage in this fight. Cool. The enemy does have a big hit next turn, but I'm actually fine with them doing it. So I could Body Slam now instead? Yeah, I'll Body Slam now. You can see why I'm fine with them doing it, right? Taking the fight slow so that I can get the right effects at the right time. Shouldn't have played that strike, by the way. That's my bad. Just lost to energy for no reason. The longer I draw out the fight, the more of my cards in my deck that I get upgraded. It's a pretty big priority. Also, in another 2-turn time, the enemy is doing another 32 damage attack, which I can also ignore. Handy, that. Yeah. Excellent. Oh, 36. Sorry, my bad. Here we go. Oh no, it did transform you. Must have counted that wrong. Eee. All right, this could now be a problem. The vulnerability on there is actually extremely powerful. I'm willing to take 2 damage to get 25 in there with the body slam. Yeah, because it makes 2 upgraded strikes against that vulnerability lethal. Okay, Fruit Juice, gain 5 max HP, as well as Dark Embrace, Brutality, Fiend Fire. That's going to be a no, thank you very much, on all of those. Oy. I need the extra energy. I think I actually take Coffee Dripper. I'm not going to be able to rest at any rest site, but I am going to be playing extraordinarily defensively. So, hopefully I don't need to. Whew. And I didn't want to give my enemies extra strength, right? That's just a great way to get dunked out of existence. Ooh, there's a great path with just one elite. I'm all about that life. Oh, if I gave my enemies extra strength, they would have just destroyed me right now. Yike-a-roonies, that would be bad. Okay. Should put the lowest HP one on the ground. I'll take 2 damage this turn, that's fine. Whew, no one's really trying to hit me this turn. All about it. I can leave you up, and then I can put someone else on the ground as well as prevent them from getting their self-buff there. That's not bad. You did the self-buff, but I am intangible this turn. Excellent. Very closely monitoring exactly how much damage I take and trying to minimize it every single turn is how I plan to get through this while I still have Coffee Dripper. Okay. Flame Barrier is extremely powerful here. Bash Iron Wave defends doesn't fully defend me, but it does set up the... Yeah, I should set it up. It sets up the vulnerability so that if I get, you know, a really good entrench turn, which I didn't, but I could have, then I would have had the ability to capitalize on that. Oy. Well, thank you, Incense Burner, for turning up on the exact right turn. Maybe this nerf was a buff. I couldn't do any damage that turn. Iron Wave wouldn't have done enough to get through. Okay. Nope. This would have been a really good Perfected Strike Rage run. This fight is going to be extremely bad for us. Boy. Oh, God. Really? Ugh. Yikes. There we go. Got one down. Next hand would have been so much better for that to be in. But yeah, we're going to be frail as hell for this entire occurrence, I guess. Not great. I'm going to take a lot of damage over the course of this. It's not exactly an incredible amount I can do about that right now either. Stop giving me entrench with none of my block! Most of my cards are defensive. Why am I not getting them when I need them? Ugh. 30 damage. Can I do it? That's a yes. Unfortunately, that cost us a ridiculous amount. I would love to take another entrench, but knowing my luck, it's not going to combo correctly. So I should probably take the Shrug It Off. Another entrench after that wouldn't be that bad, but let's get the Shrug It Off down first. Second Body Slam, and I'm going to card remove a strike. Okay. Uh-oh. If I read this, in normal game it takes 16 HP from you. In this, it probably takes way more. If it's Necronomicon, I don't want it, right? It only enhances Bash. If it's Nilari's Codex, I don't really want it. If it's Enchiridion, I sometimes want it. I'm not going to go for it. I think it's too likely that I lose a bunch of HP there and never recover. I'm also going to be using all of my potions in this fight because this can be a bad one. Okay. Very nice there. We've had like a ridiculously good draw so far. I am more than willing to acknowledge that. Good gosh. This has gone abnormally well. We may actually perfect this elite fight where we couldn't perfect other fights. Art of War, if you play no attack during your turn, gain an extra energy next turn. That's oftentimes going to be active for us. Also take Ghostly Armor there. Do I want to remove another card? Yeah, I do. It's really important that I increase the consistency of drawing my body slams. I recognize I say that as I turn down a body slam, but 2 is enough. I can't rely on the armaments to always hit that body slam in particular, so. Warpaint, upon pick up, upgrade 2 random skills. 2 defense is totally fine by me. Spot a loose brick. Okay, receive a blood for blood and store a card. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. This is an event where you can store a card as any character and then retrieve it as a different character and give a different card, right? But blood for blood definitely doesn't fit this build. Ugh. 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 God, what a bad turn. Okay. 36 ain't bad. Armaments to the shrug it off. And 39 is even better. We kill the frontliner first because if you kill the Mystic, the Centurion goes absolutely haywire. Which is to say they deal a ridiculous amount of damage to you when I'm not ready for it. Cool. 40 on you. That's not bad. Not difficult at all either. Barricade would make this deck, you know, perfect. Thing is, I would just need the energy to play always the Barricade. I don't think that'd be a problem, though. I could have waited until the Incest Burner was about to trigger before I killed there. I probably also should have. That seems correct to me. I'm going to take the Clothesline. It's pre-upgraded. It's reasonable damage, but the ability to inflict weak is extraordinarily impactful, especially considering we've got this buddy up here who is going to be a real pain. I'd rest there if I had the opportunity to. I'd also rest in the next space if I had the opportunity to. I play much more conservatively when we're on, you know, high Ascension. If you're wondering why, it's because we're on high Ascension. Yeah, Bludgeon's not bad. I think I'm going to need the extra help here. Simply because this guy is about to hex me, and hexes are not good. They're extremely bad because my whole deck is a lot of skills. And every time I play a non-attack card, while I'm hexed, I'm adding a Dazed into my deck. Sure, the Dazed help me deal some damage. Do I want to let the Ghostly Armor burn? I think I have to, because I don't want my next hand to be 4 Dazed and another card. The enemy has attacked 2 turns in a row, so yeah, it's possible they decide not to attack this turn. Alright. And as a result of ending it on that right turn, we have the Incest Burner at the very start of the next fight. I'd love to take Offering, but with only Burning Blood as regeneration because we don't have a rest, it's difficult. I still think it's worth it. I think it's primarily worth it because having Offering not only does 3 damage AoE, which is, it's fine. The important part of it is that if I do get Barricade, it will allow me to play that. It will give me the energy to really kind of buckle down and play those. Yeah, I don't need to waste damage here. I'll do it on that cultist. I mean, I'm already fully defended anyway, right? So, cool. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So this combat, you don't attack on the first turn. You sometimes attack on the second turn. So if I can end it this turn or next turn, I'm fine. Okay, cool. Obviously, if I had the... Yeah, in 2 turns, I would run out of all skills in my deck, and then most of my deck would be useless. If I had the Dead Branch, I would take the Corruption, and this would be hilarious. But I don't have the Dead Branch, so I'm not taking the Corruption, and it's just mildly interesting. I think at the start of this fight, I'm also quite likely to use the Power Potion. I think I take Demon Form. Even though this isn't a strength-based deck, but Demon Form can be handy. Ooh, that's a big armaments right there. Shrug, Ghostly Armor, Flame Barrier, Iron Wave, Body Slam for 52. Don't mind if I 52. Ooh. I want to run the Clotheslines against the Bronze Automaton. But I also can't really. Still need to choose my targets. Oh, hey, got him. Unfortunately, that was my intangible turn, so didn't really give me that much. You have Entrench in your hand. Ooh, that's rough. The Flame Barrier. Actually gonna Iron Wave strike rather than Clothesline there. Yeah, we're taking some pretty significant hits here, unfortunately. If only I could kill you without using my Body Slam. Oh well. Yeah, there's the big hit. Was really looking for Entrench on that turn. 26 times 2 is 25. Yeah, I'm dead. Can use the Blood Potion to heal up. Which is nice. There's definitely some benefit to that. Problem is, we don't heal fully after boss fights, so how safe are we really? 32. I'm not going to Entrench. I'm going to keep the energy. Three damage next turn? 15 damage next turn. Kill you the Clothesline. Ancient Potion, Barricade. The next thing we want to do is just upgrade that Barricade. It's all that really matters at this point. Healing for 3 for every 5 cards. So 5 cards is 4, it's 12. It's 12 every time I go to a campsite. I actually think I take it. Now, here's the reason. I have no external healing outside of that. And the next floor can be really rough. But if I get to the boss and I set up my barricade correctly, I win. There's a 1 elite path. Yeah, there's only a 1 elite path. That's the lowest we have. I know, look at me, dodging elites. Who dethunked it? Since we only have 2 body slams in this deck, it's kind of going to be, you know, kill someone 1 turn and then, oh my gosh. I would love if I could play Barricade here, but no. I'd rather not take infinity damage. I ended up still taking pretty damn close to infinity damage there. Again, trying to roughly get them all around the same HP. Hate using offering right there. No, I can double body slam these two. Wait. 19 on both of them. Okay, so I can't kill those this turn. Do have to kind of just focus on the frontliner. Okay, and that's unfortunate. There goes my intangibility that I was hoping to save. No. Begin to fall? Lose. Oh, God, really? That's harsh. I'm going to lose the ghostly armor. That's really harsh, though. Ancient Tea set. Whenever you go to a rest site, start the next combat 2 extra energy. That's not bad for us. Especially considering I plan to go to every single available rest site. Ouch. Yeah, this is going to be a problem. Oh, you decided not to attack this turn. Never mind. I thought it was going to be a problem, but it's not. And now we've got our entrench up, and it's pretty difficult to get through all this armor now. Let's kill you. I'm going to throw a weakness potion at the midliner and then start on the back. Okay. Again, not super pleased to be using the offering, but there you go. Defend. Iron Wave. Entrench. Happy body slam right there. I'll take 25 damage against my block. Just to get closer to killing the Reptomancer. The Reptomancer is going to try and heal this turn, but they are instead going to be dead. Power Potion. Rampage Bombs. Nope. I'll be taking none of those. Thanks. Oh, come on. I'm really glad that we had the defense this turn. I'm going to use the Power Potion because this could get really bad. Probably Demon Form still. Fire Breathing does damage in AoE, but I play very few attacks in this deck. This turn, obviously, I'll be playing a lot of attacks, but in general, this deck does very little in that way. Okay. Ouch. Yeah, this fight's rough for us. More than willing to admit that one. It's gonna be really rough to get them all down on the same HP. We got pretty lucky last time. Wait. 730. Okay, cool. Take you out. Now that I've got some lingering defense, I can start working on the entrenches. And now we're pretty much outside of damage. Cool. This is optimally where we are trying to get to every single combat. The point where we are no longer susceptible to damage, basically. Because from there on out, it is a breeze. Got him. Go to rest site. Heals me up a little bit. I'll upgrade the barricade so that I can try and play it outside of turns where I have offering. I have to fight an elite. There's no zero elite path, right? There's one here, one here, one here, one here. There's literally no path that dodges all of them. Clothesline's going to be really, really, really handy in this fight. Shrug it off. Ooh, there's the body slam. Bash, defend, Iron Wave, Body Slam. It's respectable. 80 damage on the first turn there. 33 incoming, though, is a bit of a rough time. Not going to be able to play the barricade as a result. Probably shouldn't have played an attack there either. Had I not played an attack, I would have had extra defense this turn, extra energy this turn, but as it turns out, that wasn't necessary. Yeah, this one could be a problem as well. Thankfully, we have a rest site directly after this, but unthankfully, that doesn't help. I would love to clothesline right now, but I think I'm actually best served by barricading and then defending. Now, we're intangible this turn, which is the perfect turn to be intangible, thankfully. Defend. I will bash, because it enables a body slam to be pretty much instant lethal this turn. Oddly Smooth Stone, start his combat with +1 dex. That's extraordinary for us. I would take Exhume if Offering had not been nerfed. Now that Offering loses you 6 HP, losing my 6 HP twice a fight is a bit much. And by a bit much, I mean a lot much. And by a lot much, I mean... Blood Vial at start of his combat. Heal for 2 HP. Not bad. I'm going to dodge here. Talicize isn't the world's worst thing, but Speed Potion is the best thing. I kept this Ancient Potion because I was looking for a Speed Potion to pair with it. So now when I go into the final fight, I can just gain 5 dex suddenly. Which I probably need not tell you, 5 dex is pretty good. That's like a lot of dex. I'm going to try and kill a Repulsor as quickly as possible. That Repulsor is now going to die as soon as I draw any of these days or the... Ascender's Vein, there we go. Or Offering. Sorry, I forgot about Offering there, my bad. Awesome. Please keep putting those days in my deck. Now that we have the barricade up, like it's over. It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over? You won and she chose you and she loved you. Now she's gone. Sorry. Yeah, got him. And goodbye. Feel No Pain actually wouldn't be a severe negative. Consider that in this fight, there's actually... the dazed get put into your deck, so having the Feel No Pain just give me defense from those dazed is not bad. We can probably kill the Transient. Unfortunately, we've already gone past the, kind of one of my prime weapons in the ability to do that. If I bash, I allow myself to take 2 damage this turn. 2? No, it's more because, again, the weakness. Damn it. At least I don't die to it this time. But yeah, Barricade had already gone past, which was the terrifyingly sad thing now. Sorry, not Barricade. Entrench had gone past. Ugh. Alright. One final turn, and I'm dead! You... What? Duh! What the hell? These are the only cards in my deck that don't work together! Give me the defense! Entrench instead of any... And I'm one turn away from Incense Burner coming up, by the way. God. Screw that. Unfortunately, those occurring, like, question marks as well as normal enemy fights, so there's no way that I could have just dodged the transient. I couldn't have expected it there either. In particular, getting entrenched before barricade, getting entrenched in my first hand and barricade in my last hand was really, really, really painful in that fight. Had we reversed the orders of those two, I would have definitely won, because I would have been able to basically just build up an excess of block and occasionally body slam to deny the reduction of that block. This deck would have won. We were 2 spaces from getting to a rest. Now, we would have lost a bunch of HP, sure, but as soon as I got into the boss fight, I would have used the Speed Potion as well as the Ancient Potion. The Ancient Potion to disregard the negative, which is at the end of your turn, lose 5 decks. So I would have 6 decks, including all these Smooth Stone. I've got all of these upgraded defensive cards, and as soon as we had Barricade out and had played our first Entrench, it would be impossible to kill me. I would just be gaining way too much block, and even with only 1 Entrench in the deck, I would be getting back to it regularly enough to overwhelm the enemies with my defense, including the fact that they gain strength over time. It just would not stand up to the amount of defense that I would be able to generate in a short period of time. 2 different things definitely helped kill me that run. The first of which is the fact that we drew extraordinarily poorly, right? Like, look at this deck. Defensive, 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 defensive. Defensive with other things. Defensive. I got both of my body slams in that hand. So they have to be in the deck because they're our ways of dealing damage. Defensive, 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 defensive. You can see why I'm annoyed. That was not a fight we were likely to lose, but we lost it anyway. That just happens. It is possible to... I'm not saying I made no mistakes, but I am quoting something. It is possible to commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not... What? It's injustice? That's life or something. Can't remember. But we would have gone into the final fight. We would have just trounced him. Oh, well. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. That's been an attempt at Ironclad Ascension 16. Good to see I'm not too rusty, having already gotten to the 3rd floor and would have had a guaranteed kill if it wasn't for the transient. That's fine. I mean, I'm not mad about it. I've overused that joke. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.